Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris, and this is more CK3 with Boss Eleanor of the Wave Dancers. House Velarys, the adventure continues. On the back of a good tournament, we went and did a few contracts, traveled about a little bit, and then I tried to look for a husband. I did. I had two options, neither of which I loved but were fun. And then there's a third option, which we will get into. But right now we're at King's Landing. We kind of moved down Massey's Hook into the Stormlands a little bit. There wasn't really much we wanted to do there. We've done a few contracts. We've got like 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got 7 patrons right now. Yeah, we just very quickly did them. Tried to like go through. We actually failed one. But we hit the other 7, which is a really good success rate. I'm really, really pleased with that, to be honest with you. So we made our way to King's Landing. We got hosted, I think it said, in Rhaenys' Hill by some Westerosi Valyrians in a random event. That was kind of cool. And yeah, again, there's not like a ton of contracts here. And I was kind of bored, so like I went and tried to find a spouse and tried to figure it out. So one option was Sir Daemon Voxia, the sworn sword that we managed to pick up. Pretty good with that giant into a bloodline, which I love, but to be honest with you, I've seen a lot of kids die in game with giantism as a trait early on. So yeah, if they survive into adulthood, they're amazing, but so many kids die through that. But it is kind of cool, you know. It would be in a house. So even though we've got our own house now, the cadet branch, like having a husband of a noble house, I think is kind of suiting us in that way. But we would have to spend kind of big to do it. The other option, I did ask Father if he had any ideas, and he did have an idea. I don't love the idea, but it was Montfort Valerian, my half brother. I thought, that's kind of interesting. That's very Valyrian. We're both high Valyrians, so that's very Valyrian. There's like a 6% chance or something like that um of inbreeding. I was like, that would be kind of interesting and cool, but no, no. So I was just messing about, and I decided to start a scheme for a noble born and see if we could kind of get something going there. And yeah, I didn't expect it to work. I didn't expect it to work. Not only did I not expect it to work, I definitely did not expect King Rhaegar to be our soulmate. Now, I feel this is what got Rhaegar into trouble previously, right? He's not married for long. Like, he's just got married, but he's got Jane Caswell. And then his actual... He's got a lover who is a soulmate who is not his wife. And I really feel that this has kind of... Yeah, it's gone a slightly different direction to the stories, but very similar vibes. Very, very, very similar vibes. So, yeah, rescued him from a wolf on a hunt. Um, it's and I was set up on that hunt to seduce. Don't get me wrong, but I thought it'd be fun to have a royal bastard, and that be about it. And now the soulmate thing's got me wondering. Like, I don't know how to do this now, and like, is there a way to maybe try and murder Jane? Maybe? Is it a way to murder Jane? And then what, we become queen? And like, that's such an elevation. I don't feel that will kind of work, if I'm honest. I don't feel that kind of work. So I think this is just kind of weird, and we're lovers and soulmates, and maybe something comes of it, but probably not. Um, we do have some new courtiers and stuff. I'm going to be trying to find the best matches I can for them too. And then there is this little tournament showing up. In Graham Pastures. So back to Pentos we could go. Yeah. I don't know. What are you? Mia. So, either one could be interesting. I would have to leave within 8 days, and I'd have to leave within 2 months. And I can't see the events before I go. So I'm unsure what to do with those, if I'm honest. Yeah, I think we will start with the character finder and just reset this up. So let's look at the females. In my court were unmarried, because that's pretty much been my big focus, is just trying to recruit as many people as I can. A couple of people like, Rescue a Fair Maiden, we got Daria. A couple of other people, just random events. A couple of guests in people's courts that we're in when we went to visit castles. Managed to recruit there, managed to seduce. I'm not really seduced, but managed to romance without romancing. In a way, we just kind of sweet talked a guy. I can't remember who. I don't think he was even that good. High intrigue, I think, like in the 20s for intrigue, which is pretty good. But yeah, we managed to seduce him, for lack of a better term, in the castles as well. So we're gonna have to start trying to look here. Can we get anyone from outside? No, they're all going to be out. I think it was neither of those. I was going to say, I think it was one of those. It wasn't. So Warren, Sabone, Arwood, no. Huh. Maybe that guy didn't come with me. Okay. Maybe he's already married. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be anyone here then that we can marry off. Because these are all just going to be ours. Yeah. Okay, so we don't have range to get anybody. And like I say, we don't even have anything we can do ourselves here, so start with a board game. Start with a horse race. I feel like we should just go do this because there hasn't been too much. Oh. Okay. This is very interesting. Accusations. My soulmate King Rhaegar has been tense lately, and when we find ourselves alone, it becomes finally apparent why. Please be honest with me, he says in a grave tone. Is there someone else? Have you taken a lover? No, but your wife might have something to say about this conversation, and that this might be a conversation she has with you rather than me. Like, is he going to lose opinion of me? I don't know. Does it matter? I don't know. Balaro Jagori as a stooge. It's pretty much the only thing that we haven't hired for, I think, is a stooge. We've hired everybody else. You don't look amazing. Your wife isn't bad, but isn't amazing. And I don't just need to get anybody in. I gotta say, hit the road. Okay, increase out of wedlock. Oh, pregnant. Pregnant with Rhaegar's child. Uh-oh. Oh, this could segue into a Blackfire situation. Oh, I quite think this is kind of fun. We could... Wow, we got a 4% chance of dying. I'll reveal the secret to Rhaegar and let him do what he's gonna do with it, I guess. Oh my god, a hunt. It was just a hunt. I started off trying to befriend him, and then just as it was starting, I was like, no, let's try and seduce. Let's have some fun. And it's all got out of hand very, very quickly, and this save is just very, very quickly now in the mix, so... Yeah, we can try and talk Corvio out of trying his best. Domina, 24 prowess. Pentoshi, stubborn, brave, ambitious, someone that we can get going with. Another woman. I could do with the services of someone like you. We got a bit of money, so... Yet another recruit. Loving that. Ooh, and we got really high progress to victory in the board game contest. That's nice. No way to win. Oh. Yeah, I don't need to gain any stress, and I don't want to spend any more prestige. I will just knock her out. She is done. So, Gono Garvanis, the Chancellor. I can do this. Oh, I feel a tickle coming on. Oh, that minstrel, so I mean, that would be a lot. Cheap tricks are beneath me. Yeah, cheap tricks are beneath me. So, that's my best option. Ugh, knowledge of warfare is my best option. And it's not bad, it's just not great. But we will do that, and we will win. Morgul knocked Magister Jaco out. Okay. Ooh. A Novoshi bearded god follower. I can do this. We're starting at 81%. An all or nothing. We got a much better chance of just outplaying him. A knowledge of warfare. We will win, even with his cheating. Outstanding. So we're going to get one thing already. We're going to get a prize. And it's going to fulfill our triumph. But I'm just wondering, is there someone worth befriending at this tournament? It doesn't look like. We've got a spy master, sure. Yeah, we can't recruit, so I think we're just going to stick here with our attempt at victory. We've already recruited a knight, which is really good. Use that to get ourselves qualified for this tournament. And yeah, there's a 10% chance of this going wrong, but we'll take that chance. There we go, we managed to get ourselves into the recital. We can win both of these if we can. Again, stage fright. Again, the three-headed monkey. Oh. Hello, Velarys. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it would be so nice to kind of... Oh, it'd be so nice to have Velarys in the mix. Okay. So 59, 50, nothing, 17. His face couldn't be rougher. Not amazing. And we're not going to do too well. We're not going to do too well. So war and victory again. One last verse. Oh, we somehow won. And yes, yeah, I was looking for someone to befriend, but it didn't show up that anybody was here. And then Velarys shows up, and now the Red Viper shows up. Like, I wish we would have known that. He is refusing marriage, which is a shame, because I think I would be a phenomenal match. I think I'd be a phenomenal match. So we won a prize scepter. That's nice. That's something new for us. And a brooch. Number of captains +2 is phenomenal. That is exactly what I'm looking for. What's this? Robbing a tomb. Okay. An elaborate... As we continue through Nakij, my eye catches an elaborately decorated tomb amidst a network of common graves. The tomb appears to be cracked open, and just within its mouth I see the glimmer of some unknown treasure. None but my party seem to be around, and surely whoever once owned the contents of the tomb would not cast judgments on me for taking what would otherwise go unused. So I can gain a little bit of piety, which I don't really need. I can gain a little bit of gold, which I don't really need, but I'm going to need gold soon. 90% chance. We will get that there. So we've already lost 2. But now we have a chance of yet another person. And yeah. As I'm looking through the market stalls in grey, I feel my purse string cut. Despite my immediate reaction, the thief disappears into the crowd. Only through pure coincidence, one of my guards sees the man as he heads into a back alley. "Stop, or I'll have your head," one of my guards shouts at him, and the thief turns around, giving us an angry, shifty stare. Yeah, I have a job offer for you. Think of the money as your first payment. Such a good person to bring in. Deceitful, vengeful, arrogant, intricate web weaver. Plus 58% already. We're going to get another 25%. 25 opinion here. So he's going to really like us. He's a very good potential spy master or intrigue contract person as well. And that's fantastic, so bring him in. And Josto just isn't very good. He could be a good stooge, but no. So we've picked up 2 people, again, on this little tournament. They do take a long time, but everything is fine. Oh. Oh. Oh, he revealed it. He revealed it. Why does he lose opinion of me when he's the one that exposed it? Now the Queen can imprison us. Oh, this could get messy. My father is wild. They don't. Oh my God. Yeah, this gonna be interesting, folks. This gonna be interesting. I don't know how this is gonna work out. I guess Daemon. I mean, Balon. Vigo Mataris, Ethan. Alex Targaryen. We can keep it as Aegon, I guess. This is the burden that we must bear. Bastard-born son, Aegon Waters of House Targaryen. That's interesting. I wonder if we can get him legitimized. That would be funny, and we can just change his house from Targaryen to Velarys later on, maybe? Oh boy, I did not see this coming. I did not see this coming. At this point, we'll... Yeah, okay, sure. At this point, we would be sort of coming back in as a Targaryen playthrough, which wouldn't be the worst. So I definitely want that. We did get a terracotta toy foal. A little bit of renown, sure. Prestige and attraction. Prestige and learning. Prestige captains. Prestige. And not much else. So I'm guessing, realistically, no. Why does that go into that last spot? There you go. We're going to put those there. Terracotta fowl. We've got a sponge and a stick we're not using with the favor of the Lord. We are not using. We don't have a weapon yet. We have prize armor. We don't have any regalia or journals. Yeah, okay, so we could get flexible leader. That's quite a nice one. That's kind of a nice one. Quite like I could just get traveler, which is probably something we're gonna get anyway. Or a lust for lands. Halves the cost of adventurer, invasion, Cassis, Belay. Maybe, maybe. But I sit by the barber's tent, letting the sounds and smells of the camp wash over me. It's different from a life within the safe walls of a palace. So very different. The freedom is easy to enjoy. No obligations, no counselors yapping, no dignitaries to entertain, none of the downsides of the trapping of power. Yet these freedoms are dearly purchased. The constant scraping for survival wears thin. Increasingly, every night I yearn for a proper bed. No doubt like the ones in the Red Keep. I'm gonna say it's best to keep our options open. We do get flexible lead up. That is kind of cool. Let's go protect the innocent then while we're here. See if we can get anything else out here. No reason to compromise. And we have some good people. So Yoro, Micken, Adalora. Micken be really good here. So Yoren and Adalora. That kind of brings the time down really well. Micken gives us a lot of success up here. And we're already maxed out before we get to this end anyway. But yeah, we got a ton of muscle. We got a ton of prowess. That's kind of what we're really good at, which is why we're getting these contracts on board. Then we're going to boost the speed. X Ampains Peros. Upgrade your pavilion building for a discount. Yeah, I'll do that. We just did the barber's camp, so that's fine. And we got 5 to execute our scheme. We're at 100%. So it doesn't need to take too long. Alice isn't very good and is stupid. No, we're not getting too much out of things here. But yeah, pavilion. Oh, that was even just an instant upgrade. So we didn't have to wait 10 months, and we only did it for 100 gold. That was such a good event. That was such a good event. Okay. So, disease resistant could be really cool here. Don't know if I want to spend all our money on it. Especially when at the moment we can kind of just travel away. I think for now let's upgrade the barber's tent up into number 2. We're full. We can get 20 gold. We can get 40 gold. We can get man-at-arms. So we can get man-at-arms here. So I'm going to say, get man-at-arms there. And we're just going to get the golds here. That suits me. And what do you mean we're not available? Why are we not available? Because we're not quite home yet. And then let's go quickly see. We could spend almost all of our money trying to get more prowess, but we're currently sitting at 45. I really don't feel we need to. 7% chance that Damon is wounded. We increase our prowess by 1. Danis. Yeah, so nearsighted isn't great. Chased. Couple of good stats, but nothing amazing. 14 prowess isn't bad. We don't have the money. Yeah, we don't have the money there. In the tavern. We can get some diplomacy lifestyle or a diplomacy point. We don't. Got a 75-year-old and okay. Okay, prosperous seneschal. Olian. Again, I don't really have the money for that. And Lomas doesn't look bad, just doesn't look amazing. I can get him again just by flirting. A little intrigue challenge. And he will join as well. So yeah, we're just gaining some more people for our camp. And I think it's kind of time to move camp. It's kind of time to move camp and maybe take Aegon away from Queen Jane Caswell, who might have a slight issue with us. Maybe just a little. And again, there's a tournament. And again, that just seems to be almost the perfect time to get out of Westeros and head back across the narrow sea over to the top end of Mere and not have to worry about the Queen potentially causing us issues. Oh my god, it's happened again. So we left at the perfect time then. Okay. I have gained a rival. Yeah. I can't wait for it to start. Oh, this should be interesting. This should be really interesting. Yeah. My father will join. And Varys can be convinced. But why is Varys even in this? His Majesty Illyrio's Chancellor. Um, that's so interesting. Who have we got to keep this? Princess Larissa of Dawn. Okay. So I can spend a bunch of prestige and 150 gold and a hook, but then you would join, and that would increase the secrecy by 32. I could just do... I couldn't just do... So I could spend some prestige. Rather spend the gold. And bring in someone with 29. I think that's my best option for secrecy. And that puts us up to 80% secrecy, which I like. If Velarys just wants to be involved, giving Velarys a hook on me feels so wrong, but like that's such a big boost. So King Rhaegar's Kingsguard is happy to join in on this. Lord Viserys, my father, is willing to be in this, and Lord Clarence of Wings Pass, one of our... Oh my god, one of our sponsors is willing to come into this. So 95% chance of success. And Mickin in as a thug. I mean, we spend a lot of gold, we spend a lot of money, but we do have a rival now in Queen Jane Caswell, and I don't want to replace her. I don't want to become the queen. But I think she's a threat to my children, and I am willing to end that threat. So we are going to try and murder the queen. We will kind of see how that goes. And while that is there, we've got our alibi. We're here in Enelion, in Mir, for a grand tournament. We know nothing. We don't know what's going on. I guess we're not able to compete. It's duel and wrestling, so... the last Valyrian. That seems like someone I could be friends with. I guess we'll see if he shows up, and we'll find out next time for more CK3 as House Velarys and Eleanor is going through some strange times. One child, bastard born of the king Rhaegar, pregnant with another. A soulmate is causing some issues. What seemed like something interesting and fun to do has completely flipped this playthrough on its head. The story is now in a divergent direction, and we now have a rival. Not only a rival, but someone who is vastly upset with us for sleeping with their spouse. They have a daughter, and they are in line. But we'll have more kids with King Rhaegar than her. I think it's time she dies, so... Join us again next time for more fun games and madness as we descend into inequity. This is gonna be fun. I hope you're here to join us to find out. Have your say in the comment section down below. As always, check out the other playlists and memberships on the channel. Like and subscribe. Really does help out a lot. And we'll be back for more CK3 very, very soon. Till then, take care, stay safe. All the best to you. And never seduce a king unless you're prepared for the repercussions.